Testing.
I had a snack the last time we recorded.
Mm.
After.
You got to get you a snack basket for a recording basket.
Right?
Put some snacks in there. I have an announcement. So I've been asked to curate. How should I say this? Yeah, curate
Mm-hmm.
a landing page
Mm-hmm.
for a huge streaming service, 17.5 million customers. But they've asked me to curate a landing page for Black LGBTQ plus Pride um, in the month of June. So I'll be curating music, shows, podcasts. Yeah, just a whole bunch. And again, they have like 17.5 million customers that subscribe to their streaming platform.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is just really exciting for me because this is what I do the podcast for, you know, like to be a part of this initiative for this platform, to help put a microscope on Black LGBTQ plus um, creators, actors, celebrities, influencers, just the whole podcast and artists, and you know, just to give these folks an avenue and a platform. I'm so freaking excited.
Nice. Oh
That's
shit.
awesome.
That's
That's awesome.
amazing.
Thank you.
Doing a big thing in LA.
Big things are going.
Boss and true. Boss and true. Is that how you say it, Chef? Boss and true.
Busting true.
Boss and true.
What does that mean?
Coming through. Busting through. You busting out.
Oh, okay. Busting through. I thought you said Boston True.
What would that even mean?
I don't know, but you know we make up words here.
We do. That we do.
Right. Anywho, but yeah, I'm just really excited. I don't even know if you guys think this is a big deal or not, but I'm excited.
It's a big deal. First of all, bitch, you said 7 million.
17.
Hello.
You said curate. Period. You said Black LGBTQ. Period. It's a big deal. That's what I heard.
Okay.
Big deal.
And I'm really just trying to create a safe space, or create a space for us, you know, a representation for all in the Black LGBTQ plus community. You know, we don't have a lot of leading roles in movies and things like that. So, you know, it's just I'm really honored. And no, I can't get Noah's Ark on there, child. Don't ask. Okay? I tried.
Okay.
No.
Because you know that was the first thing I was about to say. I was about to say that earlier. Like, you know, Noah's Ark about to come out with new shit.
Yeah, I think another network has their licensing.
I was thinking it too. Like shit.
Yeah, but exciting stuff, you know. I'm excited. Anyway, let's go on with this show. You're tuned in to season 4 of Catch My Black and Gay podcast.
Where being black and gay is definitely okay.
This podcast was created to give African American gay men an outlet to express, debate, and give our opinion on today's pop culture, political, and life views.
Hey guys, you're tuned in to Catch My Black and Gay podcast, where being black and gay is definitely okay. I am your boy Jay, and I have my amazing co-host with me today, Torian.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Chef Von.
Wagwan, wagwan.
How you guys doing?
What's going on?
I have come to the realization that I need therapy. It is time.
Due to how we came to this realization.
I was gonna say that. How did you reach this decision?
Y'all know that the podcast is my therapy, but we discussed the other week of having other means.
Okay. And the importance of having that to me.
Okay, right. But you guys know I am on the dating apps, and I met someone, and we've been hanging out like a lot for the past 2 weeks. And I really like him. Like, but what I realize is that I am only used to dating guys that present as straight, um, or that are very, very discreet. And he is very masculine, but he is not on the low. And what I'll say is, I feel this sense of love from him that I haven't felt since my ex a few years ago. And I feel like I'm pushing him away because of my own. Like, I'm like, why do you want to see me every day? Like, he honestly wants to see me every day, like, genuinely. Like, he had to go out of town for work, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna spend the night over your house because I'm not gonna see you for a few days, and I just want to see you, like, and it was like, it made me ugh. And I'm like, damn, that's considerate as hell. And I'm not used to people being like that. And like, he had missed me, and he moved his flight up a day just so that he could, like, hurry home to me. But I told a little white lie, and y'all know I don't like to lie, but I was like, I'm not gonna be home. But like, sometimes he makes me uncomfortable because he's like very touchy feely, like he just has to be touching me. I don't like that. Like, stop touching me. Like, it's a lot for me to take in. Like, our legs have to be touching, his hand has to be on my butt. It's a lot. And the dudes that I'm used to dating, they present again as straight. So, it's very different when we chilling at the crib. Like, we're bros. Like, you're sitting on one side of the couch, I'm sitting on another. When we have sex, we have sex. And we go back to being bros. Like, it's not very, like, ugh. And, I'm in my head, I'm like, why does he want to hang out with me? Is there an ulterior motive? And it's really not. He has his own money, his own crib, his own, like, all that. Knowing that I'm getting older and it feels like I'm resisting someone that actually wants to be around me, actually wants to show me love and treat me the way I'm supposed to be treated and deserve to be treated. And I'm resistant to it. And that's how I came to the conclusion that I need fucking therapy. Love is supposed to hurt to me.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
Ouch.
I'm sorry.
My ear.
I heard the feedback in my ear. I was like, wait, that was really loud. I apologize.
You're good.
I said that the way that I said it because I feel the exact same way.
Wow.
Except for me, not that it's supposed to hurt, but that I am supposed to work. I'm supposed to prove myself and do something in order for you to love me.
Yes.
Or in order for you to give me what I want and what I need and what I deserve.
Yes.
And that is a trauma response. I am literally going through the exact same thing that you're going through with the person who has their own, smart as fuck, great, intentional, like a really good dude, and who is really trying, putting in energy, prioritizing me, respecting me, wanting to like just enjoy company with me, all of the things. And I am literally keeping him at an arm's distance
Yes. Yes.
because I'm like, this is coming too easy.
Yes.
This is too easy.
Yes.
I need to be able to have to put work in it before you give me this, before you allow me into this space with you.
Yes.
And I do recognize that it is a trauma response. That reaction is definitely a trauma response. And it is actually something that I'm actively working through with my therapist. So I'm excited that you came to that realization. Know that you are not alone in that. So we're working through this together. And ultimately, right, that like we both deserve the thing that each of us is getting from the person. We just have to believe that and open up to receive that. And like, as my therapist told me on Monday, I was like, so how do I deal with this level of discomfort that I have? And she was like, lean in, like lean into it. You have to allow it to happen. That's how you know you're doing the work. I was like, fuck.
See, I don't need no therapist because that's what I've been doing. I've been leaning in to the discomfort and it's been uncomfortable, but I'm recognizing,
Yeah.
you know? And I also
Yep.
don't want to force it.
Yes.
And
Yes.
if I
Yes.
force it, it's not going to be good for
Yep.
either one of us.
Yep.
Right?
Yep. 100%.
And he has said things like, damn, I feel like you're not interested in me.
Oh my. Is this the same person? Are we dating the same? Like, are we talking to the same person?
It wouldn't be the first time.
Not again.
Right.
Now, here you go. Here you go.
No, but all jokes aside, like, I don't know what to do, man. I really don't know what to do in this situation. I did say that when once he said like, "Hey, I feel like you're not feeling me," and all this other stuff, I was like, the next time we hang out, I owe you a conversation because I don't want you feeling that way because that's not the case. Like, I'm just very moody, and I like my space. Like, give me a chance to miss you, and I feel like when he's here with me, I can't get my work done because he's all over me and like it's just like like I can't edit the podcast, I can't do music, and it's only been like 2 weeks, but still, like, I just don't feel productive when he's around. I mean, it feels good, but I'm very goal oriented, right? Like, so I'm like, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and I don't feel, oh, I don't know.
Is there a way when you like? Is there a space for you to do both? Like, can you hang out and be productive and get stuff done?
I mean, I don't. You sound like one of my other friends who I was talking to. He's like, yo, like, you don't have to be out here in the living room with him if y'all chilling or whatever. But I just pride myself on being a good host, and I'm like, if you're here, like, I got to make sure you're having a good time and stuff. Like, I feel like it's rude to go in your room and be like, close the door while you're sitting out there watching TV or something. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I think it's, I don't know. I think that's rude.
Yeah, I can see that, but I think also it's communication, right? It's articulating what your needs are. And also,
True.
this is not just somebody that's over your house. This is somebody you're getting to know that you're dating. And so there will be times where y'all will be in the same space, not paying attention to each other because y'all have your own things that y'all are doing, whether it's work or just hanging out or watching TV or whatever it is. So, I mean, there will be times when that will happen. It's just about articulating and like communicating, like, hey, listen, I don't mind you coming over here, but I also need to finish this work project, or I need to edit this podcast, or I need to record this song that I'm working on, or whatever, right? So that they then can make a decision and be like, oh, maybe I'll come after, or maybe I'll just come on a tail end, like just hit me up when you're almost done or whatever. So that then that's a negotiation rather than just I'm making a decision because this is what I think the outcome would be. Right, like that's one thing that I could say about this guy. Like, he and I have some really hard conversations, right? Like, we talk about, like, he actually just recently said that to me, the same thing that your guy said to you, like, oh well, what is it, like, you don't like me, like you're not invested, you're not, and I'm like, it's not that I'm not into you. I said because if I wasn't into you or if I wasn't interested, then I wouldn't be doing some of the things that I do, like going with you to this event tonight. Like if I
Mm,
didn't like you, I wouldn't go. I wouldn't go with you to this event.
yep.
I'm like, so I show you in ways that I feel comfortable right now with doing it,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
and you that may not be enough for you, and I recognize that, but I to your point, I also don't want to feel forced or rushed to go through my process of my own healing or dealing with my own stuff,
Yep.
reconciling that because this is what you need or this is what you're saying you want. And it's like,
Yep.
I may want to give that to you. I'm just not able to give that to you right now. And I'm also clear too that you don't have to stay. Like I'm not asking you or requiring you to stay while I work this out.
That part.
But if you decide to stay, just know that you may be like, this may be some feelings that you have to feel and experience right now
Mm-hmm.
until I get through. The same way I'm being patient with you because there's certain things ways that you show up that I'm like, what? So it's like the same way that
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
working to be patient with you, like there's also patience and grace that you also have to extend to me well, you don't have to, but it will behoove you or it will be in your best interest
Come on, Behoove.
to extend to me also as we both are working through things that we need to work through. So we have those conversations, and it's tough sometimes, baby. Trust me, it's tough.
But you guys have been dating a little bit longer, right?
Probably about a month, probably maybe about a month,
Oh, okay.
maybe
Yeah.
about a month.
Yeah, we're 2
Yeah.
weeks. And I see the frustration on his face. But here's the thing that turns me on even more. We haven't even had sex.
We either. And I've been very intentional about that because I know
Me too.
sex will
Me too.
take this to another level, and I'm like, I'm not ready to go there either. I'm not ready to go there. So no, we're not having sex.
Me
No,
too.
we actually haven't even kissed.
Oh no, we've done that. Yeah, no. He's too affectionate for us not to not have kissed. Like he'd be like, we'll be sitting on the couch. You're like, why you not over here? I'm like, what? Because I'm right here. He's like, but why you not over here? And I'm like, because I'm right here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because we haven't had sex, my feelings for him in the last 2 weeks have grown even stronger, right? So, and when he spends the night, like he's very respectful. Like we've slept in the bed naked together, and it could get hard, because I got the fatty.
That just means he's attracted to you.
I guess it's fat butt.
Well, it works.
Okay.
Right. And it's long.
And I am that person, like I am the affectionate person, right? I don't mind
Mm.
PDA. I don't mind that type of thing. We haven't done any of that. And I've been
Mm.
intentional about not doing any of
Right.
that. Like we haven't kissed, we haven't slept, we haven't stayed the night at each other's place. And it has gotten like late sometimes with actually he hasn't even been in my place yet, but I've been to his place a couple times. And it's been late. Like I've left at like 1:00 in the morning.
Wow, that's late.
Right. And so I am intentionally trying, like I said earlier, keep him at a distance while also still doing my work to progress and move forward and just figure stuff out. But yeah, we haven't done any of that. So good kudos to you because I'm like, I'm not doing that.
Kudos to you.
I'm like, I'm not doing that.
And I think he's gotten a little bit too comfortable over here because he's taking showers at my house and shit, and I'm like, okay.
You let him take a
You
shower
let a
over there?
man shower in your house?
You know I have a guest bathroom. And I ain't say my shower now.
Okay.
And we've talked, but I haven't seen him in the last few days, and I'm okay with that. But he's like, when are we hanging out? I want to see you. And again, I'm not used to people being thoughtful of me like that. I'm always thoughtful of others. Cooking dinner without anyone asking, volunteer my services, so you need me to pick you up. Our conversations are so dope, And oh my God, like it's so good not to hear, oh, my shorty this, my shorty that, my baby mama this, my baby mama that. The nigga shorted me an eighth off the weed. My baby mama a bitch. It's so good to just not hear, don't call me after 9, I'm gonna be in the house. Yo, I'll call you in the morning, yo. I'm about to walk in the house.
Yo, grow up. Grow up. Grow up.
Right? Somebody's side bitch.
Come on, Sai.
Right. But I'm gonna say this. This might not be my person.
Yeah.
And that's okay. I'm okay with that. But I think he walked into my life for a reason, to help me recognize that I have an issue. And like you said, I'm not going to ask him to stay around while I figure this shit out, because I don't know when I'm going to figure this shit out.
Facts.
I don't have a therapist on speed dial, and I'm sure not rushing to do it. I should be running, but you know.
Well, baby, listen, I'm in therapy every week, and I don't know when the fuck I'm going to get through this process and be in a better place with this shit.
Right.
Listen, my therapy anniversary is coming up for 1 year.
Come on, 1 year anniversary.
So, I mean, I'm here for it. I'm happy for you. I'm very, very happy for you. No, I'll say you should definitely walk. Don't run to therapy. Walk slow.
Briskly walk, bitch. Briskly walk. Briskly walk. Bitch, power walk.
Skip.
Right. I'm about to say glide. Just glide.
But do you feel like it's imposter syndrome? Because I feel like imposter syndrome is like where you feel like you don't belong.
Well,
you don't deserve. Like,
right, but that's more of like a feeling within a certain space, right? So like, oh yeah, I got this job, I got this position, and
it's a space to love.
Yeah, but I would think that that's less of imposter syndrome and more of like, again, just not being used to having that kind of healthy love, right? And so when you're not used to that, it's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable to have somebody who wants to listen to you and actually hear you and validate you and respond to your feelings, right? Like we had a situation and like he pissed me off and I like told him about himself. And he immediately apologized, and then the next day sent flowers to my job.
Aww.
Right, and that has, first of all, no one has ever given me flowers. Number one. Number two, no one has ever sent them to my job. And thirdly, no one has ever done that as a gesture of reconciliation. Right, and so it's like those things that I'm not used to. And so it makes me uncomfortable, right? I can talk about my feelings all day long. We can have that conversation and I'm good with that. That no longer makes me uncomfortable. But like genuinely having someone who effortlessly just wants to be around me, wants to support me, wants to feed into me, wants to like collaborate and like build and like, you know, that type of thing. I've never had that in a relationship. And so it's uncomfortable. And so it's you know, it's because it's uncomfortable. It's like, we shy away from it. So I think it's less of imposter syndrome. Imposter syndrome is more like, you know, I got this promotion, I got this job, or I'm sitting in this room full of these types of people and I don't feel worthy of it, right? And I don't feel deserving of being in this space. Right. And it's like, but you're there. Yeah, but you're at the same table that person with a whatever degree that they have, right? Or whatever position that they have. Like you're right there. And so I think it's less that and more of just like, again, like just having never been used to being loved in a healthy way and not having to you know what it is? Our experience is that love is transactional.
Woo!
I have to do something.
Yep. That's the word. That's the word. That's the word. Sorry, I cut you off. Say it again. Sorry.
Right? Know that we're used to love being transactional, right? That
Mhm.
like I have to do something, or I have to be a certain way, or I have to show up a certain way
Yep.
in order for you. I have to prove myself for you to you in order for you to love me, or for you to show interest, or for you to do this, that, and a third. But for somebody who genuinely just wants to be there, and you don't got to do shit. All you got to do is show up and be yourself, and they want to hang out with you, and they
Period.
want to love you, they want to care for you.
Period.
Like that's not normal for me and for us. So that's where we are literally having to reprogram our brain to say, I am
Yep.
deserving of love that's not transactional. I can't.
You're so right, though. I never I never correlated it to that, though. But I just had a discussion with one of my friends about transactional friendships. And like living in LA, everything's about who you know. And a lot of friendships these days are transactional. You say no to someone and they're
Yep.
mad at you. I have the right to say no. It's just, yeah, but yeah, people call you when they need you. And transaction doesn't necessarily mean that it involves money, right? You're just so right. Like a lot of friendships these days are very transactional. Yeah, and like when you need something when you're going through something, you need something from people, or you depend on others.
But also think about like, and this is why I think therapy is important,
Mm-hmm.
right? When we're navigating this space, because also think about how that is reflected in our relationship with our parents, right?
Right.
Like how I know for me, like growing up and for so long, particularly with my dad, like I felt like I needed to do things. Like I had to be bowler. I had to bowl because my dad liked bowling. And so I had to be the best bowler, because if I was the best bowler, that means he'll love me because I'm really good at bowling, right? Or
Right.
like all of these different things, that I felt like I needed to do, or I needed to like perfect, and I needed to act like I knew how to do this, or this was important to me, all for the sake of getting him to see me and love me and value me. And that's what I became accustomed to, right? Like women is different because my relationship and my dynamic with women has always been different. But when it comes to men, it's always been transactional, right? Think about, we talked about sexual abuse on this podcast, right? Even in that, right? Like that is a transactional thing, right? Like you see me, and so you care about me, and now you want to have sex with me. So now I equate sex with this, right?
That
And so
part.
that is
That part.
transactional. And so like those things play on us. And so we become accustomed to things, particularly like things that are value to us. We've become accustomed that those things are transactional. And reality is they're not. When they're healthy, they are given freely to us, merely because the person wants to and desires to give it to us, because we're deserving of those things.
That was a word. Amen. Oh, shut
Sha-ta-ta. Hide my yellow bow tie.
Well, guys, call us. Let us know what you think about this episode. 971-410-7111.
And let us know, are you in therapy? Like what are your thoughts on therapy? Yeah, because I also, I think that us as Black, especially Black and Latinx queer men, we need therapy.
Yeah, we do.
Remember, you ain't
Oh,
supposed
you're
to say
right.
that.
Latin. You're right. It's Latin. It's going. My apologies. I'm shifting my language.
I don't know. I just know somebody said something, right? To you.
Well, no, I mean you can use it, but I have traditionally been using it because that was before acceptable language within the Hispanic community. That is no longer acceptable language, and so now I've shifted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they now are saying that they now, for reasons yeah. I mean, we can. I don't know if this is the episode to unpack it. So think about so when you say Latinx, oftentimes the X is like erasure, right? So you think about Christmas, right? People say Xmas to erase Christ out of Christmas for people who don't believe in Christ, right? And
Mhm.
so
Oh,
the X is like you're erasing people who are Hispanic, who have that background. And so
wow.
instead, they say use the E because the E is more of a neutral way of using
Mm,
language. And so and it's easier in Spanish, it's easier to
mm,
say the E than it is to say the X.
got
Yeah. So
you.
that's why the shift is from Latinx to Latini.
Oh, wow. That's interesting.
So yeah.
Learn something new every day.
Hello.
Praise God.
Well, guys, thanks for tuning in to Catch My Black and Gay podcast. Follow us on all social media platforms at Catch My Black and Gay.